Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Ace Learning with Sneh. Today we're going to learn one of the most basic concepts in economics, the law of diminishing marginal utility, also called as the law of the MU. This law is very relevant in our day-to-day lives. This video is going to give a detailed explanation of the law with the help of its meaning, the statement, the schedule and graph, the assumptions that we make in the law of DMU, and the exceptions where the law of DMU does not apply. So let us begin. Before we begin with the law, let us first understand what is utility. Utility is nothing but an economic term referring to the satisfaction derived from consuming a good or a service. जो चीज़ पाने से सुकून या खुशी मिलती है, that is utility. For example, drinking a juice, listening to a new music, or going to a new place. Anything that gives us happiness is utility. Now that we have understood what is utility, what does the law say? The law of diminishing marginal utility, explained by Alfred Marshall, states that other things remaining constant, the marginal utility of a good diminishes as the individual consumer consumes each additional unit of a good. In other words, all things remaining equal, as consumption increases, the marginal utility derived from each additional unit decreases. When you are consuming something, the first unit of consumption of any product is typically the highest, and with every other unit of consumption, the individual derives less and less utility. He derives utility definitely, but not as much as at the time of consuming the first unit. As consumption increases, marginal utility decreases, and sometimes it may even become negative. Let us take this with an example to further understand the law. There is a boy, let us name him Aman. He is famished, so he decides to go and buy himself a pizza. When he eats the first slice, he gains a positive utility from eating it. And as it is his first slice, that slice gives him the highest benefit. On consuming the second slice of pizza, Aman's appetite is becoming satisfied. He isn't as hungry as he was before. So the second slice holds smaller benefit as compared to the first. When Aman eats the third slice, it holds even lesser utility as he is now not hungry anymore. He has already eaten 3 slices and is close to becoming full. When Aman eats the fourth slice, he is absolutely full and he has experienced a diminished marginal utility. This point of being completely full is called point of satiety or saturation point. It denotes that an individual has reached his absolute level of satisfaction. After this point, when Aman consumes another slice of pizza, it will give him negative utility. He will not be able to eat it as he is already so full from the first 4 slices. This 5th slice is called disutility. Any consumption after the saturation point is called as disutility. Let us further understand this example with the help of a schedule and graph. As we know, Aman has eaten 5 slices of pizza. On consumption of his first slice, he derives a marginal utility of 6, which is denoted at point A on the graph. This point gives Aman the maximum utility. The second slice gives Aman a marginal utility of 4, denoted at point B, which is lower than point A on the graph. Consumption of the third slice gives Aman a marginal utility of only 2, as he is close to being full. This point is denoted at point C. The fourth slice of pizza makes Aman absolutely full, and it gives him a marginal utility of 0, which is on the x-axis, denoted at point D. This point is the point of satiety or saturation point. Consumption after the saturation point leads to negative utility, which falls below the x-axis. The point E on the graph denotes disutility. Under what circumstances does the law hold true? Every concept in economics is based on certain assumptions. If these assumptions are not met with, then the law of DMU does not hold true. So what are these assumptions? The quality and size of all units of the product should be the same. If the quality increases or decreases, the law of DMU may not be proven to be true. Consumption of goods should also be continuous. If Aman eats one slice of pizza every 2 hours, then the law of DMU will be altered. There must not be any substantial break in the consumption of goods. When Aman is only having pizza, the law can be justified. If in between 2 slices of pizza he eats a burger, for example, then the law of DMU is not proven. With respect to price being constant, for example, you are eating a pastry, then the price of all pastries must be the same for the law to hold true. If it reduces, then one may buy more of it, and if it increases, then you may not go in for it even if you are hungry. Therefore, the price should not fluctuate. If Aman is having a pizza with garlic bread, which is a complement to the pizza, then the law of marginal utility will not be justified. And if after eating 2 slices of pizza he switches to eating a burger, which is a substitute, then also the law won't hold true. If any of the above mentioned assumptions are not true, then the law of diminishing marginal utility will also not be true. The exceptions of the law of DMU are the conditions in which the law does not apply. The conditions are as follows. If commodities like diamonds, gold are purchased, the law of DMU does not apply. The law is applicable only to ordinary items, not extraordinary items. The law of DMU is violated in case of hobbies of an individual, such as stamp collection, collecting books and coins, as an individual derives more and more satisfaction from each additional purchase. The consumer should be an economic man who acts rationally. It does not apply to irrational persons such as an alcoholic, druggist, or a murderer. Because for an alcoholic, the marginal utility will increase with every additional peg of drink. This explains the law of diminishing marginal utility. Hope you all liked my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you did. Thank you.